Centre has formed a committee to simplify income tax rules. 10-member committee to be headed by former Delhi High Court Judge R.V. Ishwar. Finance Minister Arun Jaitley launches PAN Camps and e-Sahyog initiative to expedite issuance of PAN cards and paperless IT assessment. Jaitley said Income Tax Department is committed to the Digital India initiative of the Government of India. Over 80,000 metric tons seized pulses will be in retail markets very soon. The state governments have initiated action under the Essential Commodities Act to make available seized pulses in retail markets. Under the de-hoarding operations, 8,394 raids have been conducted so far and over 80,000 metric ton pulses have been seized across the states. The states have indicated that the seized stock of pulses will be made available in retail markets within a week. In a tough rebuff to Pakistan on repeated ceasefire violations in border areas of Jammu and Kashmir, Border Security Force tells Pakistan Rangers that any misadventure will not be tolerated. After a flag meeting in Arispura sector between BSF and Pakistan Rangers, Inspector General BSF Rakesh Kumar hoped that Pakistan will now act responsibly. In Bihar, all arrangements in place for the third phase polling in 50 assembly seats tomorrow. Campaigning at its peak for the fourth phase on 1st November. PM Narendra Modi addressed rallies in Sitamarhi and Betia. He said only development can change the face of Bihar. External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj pitched for the inclusion of India in the UN Security Council. In her opening remarks at the Foreign Ministers' meet of the India-Africa Forum Summit in New Delhi, she said India and Africa can no longer be excluded from the Security Council. Finance Minister Arun Jaitley said India and Africa can jointly become growth engines for the world economy. Railways today received 2,000 crore rupees from the Life Insurance Corporation, the first tranche of its financial assistance for investment in 50 projects involving construction of new lines and electrification of routes as part of its capacity augmentation program. Railways had signed an MOU with LIC in March this year for financial assistance of 1.5 lakh crore rupees over the next 5 years for construction of new lines and route electrification. The Gujarat High Court today rejected Patel Kota agitation leader Hardik Patel's plea to quash the sedition complaint against him. The court has observed that prima facie sedition charges hold against him and directed the police to continue with further investigation. The court, however, asked to drop from the complaint the charges accusing him of creating animosity between communities. A day after returning from Pakistan, Geeta, the deaf and mute girl, reached Indore, where she will stay at an institution for hearing impaired people till her family was located by the government. Geeta received a warm welcome upon her arrival in the city. Geeta, who had accidentally crossed the border more than a decade ago, had returned to India from Karachi yesterday. Chief Minister's subgroup of Niti Aayog on rationalization of centrally sponsored schemes presented its final report to the Prime Minister Narendra Modi in New Delhi today. The report has been submitted on rationalization of centrally sponsored schemes. The Chief Ministers of Madhya Pradesh, Arunachal Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir, Jharkhand, Manipur, Rajasthan, Telangana and the Lieutenant Governor of Andaman and Nicobar Islands were present on the occasion. The Prime Minister complimented the Chief Ministers for their efforts. In the black money case, the Special Investigation Team submitted its report in a sealed cover in the Supreme Court. The Apex Court will hear the matter in January next year. Earlier in September, the SIT on black money had pressed for a response from the centre on its recommendations to curb black money. Rescue efforts are being stepped up to help those affected by the 7.5 magnitude earthquake which hit remote areas of Afghanistan and Pakistan on Monday. More than 360 people are known to have died, most of them in Pakistan, and at least 2,000 were injured. Thousands spent the night outdoors in near freezing temperatures, reluctant to go back inside for fear of aftershocks in Pakistan. Chinese officials have condemned a US ship's passage near the disputed islands in the South China Sea as illegal. The guided missile destroyer USS Lassen breached the 12 nautical mile zone China claims around Subi and Mischief Reefs in the Spratly archipelago. The freedom of navigation operation is a serious challenge to China's claims over the artificial islands. Its foreign ministry said the ship had been warned and characterized the act as a threat to China's sovereignty. Sri Lankan Navy detained 34 Indian fishermen from Tamil Nadu on charges of violating the international maritime boundary line this morning. 7 boats were also seized by the Sri Lankan Navy near Rameshwaram. The repeated arrests have sent shockwaves in the fishermen hamlets of Tamil Nadu. Team India cricketer Amit Mishra was today arrested and later released on bail in Bengaluru in connection with a complaint filed by a woman for allegedly physically assaulting and abusing her in a hotel room last month. Mishra was questioned at Ashoknagar police station for 3 hours. Senior BCCI functionary and IPL chairman Rajiv Shukla said the board is looking into the details and will act only after knowing the exact charges. Giving a boost to India's preparations for next year's Rio Olympics, Sports Ministry enhances financial aid to national sports federations. Salaries of coaches increased by 2 to 3 times, and players and coaches can now travel by air to participate in sports meets. This was announced by the Minister of State for Youth Affairs and Sports, Sarbananda Sonowal, in Guwahati today.